Good morning, everyone. My name is Manet V. Cabanero. My report is all about the marketing environment. So, according to Philip Kotler, marketing environment refers to the external factors or forces that affect the company's ability to develop and maintain successful relationship with its target customers. So, when we say marketing environment, tumutukoy tayo sa mga external that can affect our business or products. So, binubuo yan ng mga elements tulad ng economy, technology, or iba pa na maaring magbago o makaapekto sa pagpaplano at pagpapatupad ng mga marketing strategy. So, in other words, itong environment kung saan is nag-ooperate ang isang business or products. Next, the components of marketing environment. So first is the internal environment. So forces and action inside the firm that affect the marketing operations composed of internal stakeholders and the other function areas within the business organization. So tumutukoy ito sa mga factors na nasa loob mismo ng isang negosyo na maaaring maka-affects and sa mga decisions and pagpapatupad sa mga marketing strategy. So mahalaga yung maintindihan natin yung internal environment upang mas maunawaan kung paano natin maapektuhan o mababago ang mga pagpapatakbo at pagpaplano ng marketing ng isang negosyo mula sa loob. So next is the external environment. So under this external environment, we have macro environment and micro environment. So microenvironment, it refers to the company immediate environment. So those environmental factors that are in its proximity, these factors affect the company's prospect directly. So microenvironment factors are as under. First is the organizational internal environment. So it consists of different interrelated groups of an organizations. Under the organizational internal management is the marketing. So under the marketing, we have purchase, second is the finance, third is the research and development, and lastly is the factory. Now let's proceed to the factors of microenvironment. First is the suppliers. The suppliers to a firm provide resources that are needed by the firm and thereby alter its competitive position and marketing capabilities. There are raw materials suppliers, energy suppliers, suppliers of labor and capital, etc. Intermediaries. Marketing intermediaries are business houses or indeed individuals who come to the aid of the company. They are middlemen, which is the wholesalers and retailers, distributing agency. Under the intermediaries, we have the first zero level of channel. So this is the producer to consumer. Next is the one level channel. This is the producer to wholesaler and to consumer. Next is the two-level channel. This is the producer to wholesaler and to retailer. And lastly is to consumer. Next slide, we have the customers. The customers of a company may be of five types. So first is the ultimate customers. Second is the industrial customers. Third is the resellers. Fourth is the government and other non-profit customers. And lastly is the international customers. Next slide is the competitors. Competitors are those who sell the goods and services of similar description in the same market. Identification of competitors is of utmost importance. Therefore, it is essential to build an efficient system of marketing. Next is the public. A public is defined as any group that has an actual or potential interest in or impact on a company's ability to achieve its objectives. To build goodwill and to seek favorable response, it is very crucial for a company to satisfy its general public as well. Now, let's talk about the macro environment. Macro environment refers to those factors which are external forces in the company activities and do not concern the immediate environment. These are uncontrollable factors which indirectly affect the concern's ability to operate in the market effectively. So macro, it talk about technological, demographic, political, and social. Now, let's talk about factors of macro environment. First is the demographic factor. Second is the economic factors. Third is the physical factors. Fourth is the technological factors. Fifth is the political and legal factors. And lastly is the socio-cultural factors. Demographic factors. Demography is the study of population in terms of size, density, location, age, gender, occupation, and etc. These factors have a huge impact on the marketing decision of the company. For example, a growth in population means increasing human needs which result in the expansion of a product markets. If there is a space, there is sufficient purchasing power. Next is the economic factors. It consists of factors related to the means of the production and distribution of wealth that have an impact on the functioning of an organization. It affects the spending power of people. Further economic development and growth affects the product choice of the customer. For example, there are per capita income, balance of payment position, gross national product, inflation and deflation, or etc. Physical factors. Components of forces are the Earth's natural renewable and non-renewable resources. Natural renewable resources are forests, food products from agriculture or sea. Non-renewable resources are finite such as oil, coal, minerals, etc. Both these components often change the level and type of resources available to a marketer for his or her production. Next is technological factors. Advances in technology are an important and controllable environment for marketers in two ways. First, they are totally unpredictable, and secondly, the adoption of new technology is often prevented by constraints imposed by internal and external resources. It is a source of new and better products. For example, advancements in communication and in infrastructural technology, electric electronic marketing, video conferencing, and etc. Political and legal factors. These factors include the policies related to public sector, small scale industry, SIG industries, import and export, licensing, development of backward areas, etc. The vast governmental network of laws and regulation have varied impact on marketing activities. Lastly is the socio-cultural factors. It comprises of society and culture. A society is a set of relations among people including their social status and roles. Culture consists of attitude, customs, beliefs, and values of society.